Hello and welcome to the podcast. I'm your host, Granite A. Miller, and we welcome you to our mid-season NFL football review. Thank you so much for joining. Let's kick it off. What we do here is we go through the different conferences and East, West, North, and South, talk about the teams and see where everybody's at mid-year and make bold predictions for what's coming up in the playoffs. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and start. We'll go ahead and jump into the NFC, and let's start in the East, where we have Philadelphia, Dallas, Washington, and the Giants. Now, I think we all kind of predicted Philadelphia to be doing good, and they certainly are. They are probably just one of the best teams. They picked up a couple good new players on the trade, and so I liked seeing them finishing up at the top, and maybe even securing a home field advantage. We don't know yet, but yeah, they are definitely the team to beat. Now, I am an eternal optimist when it comes to the Dallas Cowboys. I'm going to pick them coming in second. They are, well, literally, they're technically second right now, but everybody's tied for second. Uh, the Cowboys picked up in the trade here, and I won't talk much about the trade, but some teams made some. They got a linebacker and they got a defensive lineman. They're looking to stop the run. So and I think they needed it. I thought it was good. I think it's a good call. I think those are good trades, and I'm optimistic for them. I still am. I'm still pulling for them. They're not going to catch the Eagles, but I feel they could come in second and get a wild card spot. Um, the Giants, as you know, at the beginning of the season, I was high on them. I think that they have a really good defense, and honestly, with the Jackson Dart and Scadaboo, and well, they were really showing what they could do until the injuries came, and unfortunately now, it's pretty much just Jackson Dart out there, and um, I don't think this is going to be their year. However, they have got such great talent. Next year they are going to come back and they get pick up a couple good, drafts. Boy, look out for the Giants next year. Washington in the same situation, injuries, just devastating. So yeah, I don't see much for the Commanders. So really, for the East, it's going to be Philadelphia and Dallas. Heading over to the NFC North, where we have Green Bay, Detroit, Chicago, and Minnesota. These four teams, I said at the beginning of the season, these four teams are all loaded. I mean, even Chicago's playing well, winning games and Detroit and Green Bay. For me, I think that probably right now I'm going to edge with Green Bay as the best team in this, but in the NFC North. But honestly, any one of the other ones could surpass them. I think Green Bay's like one injury away from kind of falling apart. They did not look good against Carolina, although they looked really good against Pittsburgh. So hot and cold there. Minnesota, I like them. Um, I feel they're going to sneak into second. I know they're 4-4 right now, but I have a feeling that they're going to sneak into second place. Detroit, it's going to be tough all around. I think it's going to be the differential. Detroit's probably they could surprise me. I hope they do because I like them. I hope Detroit surprises me, but right now it's going to be a dogfight. It's going to be tooth and nail for all three of these teams. And Chicago, I think that they play for a wild card seed. They try to get their record enough to get that wild card win bid. So, yeah, I like it. I like what's going on in Chicago. Yeah, they're looking good. So, all right, moving to the NFC South. We got Tampa Bay, Carolina, Atlanta, and New Orleans, and that's how I think they're going to finish. Tampa Bay really, they're a good team. They're a good team. Yeah, they got some injuries. They had a good bye week. Good timing for the bye week. Um, get some of their players up. But boy, Baker Mayfield, talk about a wow. Talk about it. He's like a Tom Brady these days. I mean, he's just really good. Carolina, man, they got a defense. So look out. Defense wins games. Bryce Young showing glimpses. I still think they need to build the team around his strengths um, instead of like trying to make him just like that pocket passer type of quarterback. I think that they need to play around his strengths. But boy, he's really improved. So I'm liking, and they got a great running back too. So Atlanta, well, what can you say? Just disappointing. Just disappointing. I don't know. I just don't see them rebounding. And New Orleans also, we kind of predicted at the beginning they were not going to do well, and they sure are not. I do like their coach. I think that give him a couple years, but we'll see. So, all right, let's move to the NFC West. Another loaded conference. I mean, geez, just like the North, you got 4 teams here. Any one of them could take it. I'm going to go with the Rams, Seattle, San Francisco, and Arizona. But it's going to be tight. Going to be tight. Rams. Of course, I'm from LA, so I like the Rams. I just like their team, but I do have concerns about the quarterback and his back. He's a great quarterback, but he's one bad hit away from being done for the season. So I kind of like a little nervous about that. And then Seattle's flying high. Jeez, the Seabirds, they're Seahawks. They're really doing well, playing well. They got a trade. Somebody going back to them. I think Shaheed somebody is heading back. So look out. They could really be. They could win it. They could win that. Now, San Francisco. I like San Francisco. I always root for San Francisco. They are in that injury problems. I'm not concerned about Matt Purdy and Mac Jones. It doesn't bother me. Mac Jones is a hot hand, just like goalies, from hockey. You get a hot goalie, you just run with him until he's burned out. I mean, it's just Mac Jones right now is a hot hand, so just play with him, play him. That's what I just treat it like hockey goalies. You get the hot hand, you put him in. But Purdy's your long-term quarterback. It's just, hey, he's got, let him rest. I don't have a, I don't. If Mac Jones keeps winning games, you keep him going. So, and then Arizona, I like the changes they made. I don't know if Dallas is that bad or Arizona is that good, but that change that they made to quarterback, that to me, was a spark, the spark that team needed. And they looked really good. You don't know. It was a one-game fluke. Who knows? But we'll see. So yeah, that's the NFC. So let's hop on over now. Let's jump over to the AFC, and we'll start with the East, where we have the surprising New England Patriots, Buffalo Bills, the Dolphins, and the Jets. We'll start with New England. I'm surprised. I was not really surprised. I knew they were going to be good. I just didn't think they were going to be leading midway through the year. So good for them. Kudos for them. Kudos for Coach Vrabel. Great job. I mean, they're really playing well as a unit, as a team. I like it. Really good. The Bills, I actually expected them in first, but they're doing all. They beat the Chiefs the other night, so they're playing well. They got a good team. Got a couple injuries that are concerning, but we'll see. Miami, I'm sorry, they got to get rid of the coach. He's lost the team though. You could tell he's lost the team. He's a great coach. I think what he should do is just become an offensive coordinator somewhere for a couple years, kind of regain his, and get back, and then come back and head coach somewhere else. He'll do really good because there's nobody. I mean, he's got a great mind, a great offense. I just think he's lost the team, unfortunately. I like Miami, and then the Jets. Well, I was the one who kind of predicted they would do better. I thought they had a good run game and Justin Fields, and no, that's going to be a few years for the Jets. I'm sorry to say. All right, let's jump over to the AFC North. Pittsburgh, Baltimore, Cincinnati, and Cleveland. This is a fun division. On any given Sunday. So, of course, Pittsburgh Steeler fan. That's all me. Aaron Rodgers, just great. They lost 2 games, not because of the offense, the defense, but then against the Colts, they kind of showed who they were. I think that the defense needs to, they got to rise up to that level every game. There's no pushovers. There's no cake games. You got to rise up to the level, and you got to do what you do well. And what does Pittsburgh do well? They do well pressuring the quarterbacks, and they do well on the turnover game. So focus on that stuff. Focus on tackling. Hey, you don't have to just tackle the guy, right? You don't have to go and like try to strip the ball every single bloody time and then miss the tackle. You know, you're going to punch the ball, go ahead and punch the ball, make sure you get the tackle in. So, yeah, but then we get Baltimore. And I'm going to say, you got to look out. Baltimore's coming back. Yeah, they picked up a good defensive player from Tennessee. I'm surprised Tennessee let him go, but he's going to make a difference. You'll see. Mark my words. And, you know, the quarterback's back. They look good. They look like Baltimore. They are the whole package. And if they solidify that defense a little bit, yeah, they're going to be look out. So I'm expecting Baltimore to actually make a run here. We get some. They're going to start winning a few more games. Cincinnati, gosh almighty, hot and cold. Joe Flacco. How do you not like Joe Flacco? Yeah, gosh, that Chicago game was nuts. Thought they won it, and then it's like, can somebody please cover the man running down the middle of the field? Anyway, Cincinnati. What do I say? They're on the bubble. They're on the bubble for me. And then Cleveland. As much as I like the Browns, I don't see much hope this year. I see great things for next year though, but this year not too much. I think they're just going to be in the basement. All right, so let's move over to the South. Indianapolis. Gosh, who would have predicted them? No, I did. So I like the move of Dan Jones to them. I like that he starts. And they got a good running back, of course, Jonathan Taylor. Good. So they're definitely the team to beat. Now they slipped up at Pittsburgh, but again they gave the ball away. Like what is it, 6 or 7 times? So you're gonna you want to handicap yourself, and then but they were in it. They were in it. They were not like completely out. But handed to good defense by Pittsburgh. But then in second we've got Jacksonville. I like Jacksonville. I've been liking what I see. They've won some close games. They're looking better. I think that injection of Travis Hunter was what they needed. And I know he's on IR, but he'll be back. And then we got Houston. I just don't know what the heck's going on with Houston. I mean, he's got that. I don't know what to say. Yeah, they should. They're a good team. I just don't understand why they're 3-5. It just doesn't make any sense to me. And then Tennessee, well, we knew that this was going to be a rough year for them. So we hope that Cam Ward doesn't get hurt and they just kind of, learn and improve right for next year. And that brings us to the AFC West, which, in my opinion, is probably the only division that's kind of like the NFC, where they have the North and the West, where they have like 4 good teams. Here you got, 3 good teams, although I do like the Raiders. Let's start off with Denver, Chargers, Kansas City, and the Raiders. So Denver, well, I predicted it. I knew they had a good defense, and defense wins games, and they are winning games. And their quarterback, Bo Nix, man, he knows you can count on him. He's one of those guys at the end of the games, like Tom Brady. You give him the ball, or Patrick Mahomes. You give him the ball with like 50 seconds left. He's going to score one way or the other. So, yeah, I like Denver. And then you get Kansas City. So you can never count them out with Travis Kelce, Patrick Mahomes, Coach Andy Reid. They're struggling, but then again, they're playing a really hard schedule. And they're playing teams that are like, for them, Kansas City is the Super Bowl. So, the teams get up for them. So it's definitely not easy to be Kansas City. But they are making their adjustments and they're keeping relevant. So I don't know if they win this. I don't know if they win the division this year. They may come in second. We'll see. The Chargers. Well, they just get the injuries, and it's so heartbreaking to see. They got the 2 best offensive tackles, and both are gone on injury. I mean, it's just like they got such a good nucleus, and just heartbreaking to see. This may not be their year, but believe me, they're going to be around, a force to reckon with next year when everybody gets healthy for sure. Um, we'll just see how they're. But you know what? You got Coach Harbaugh, so he works magic, and so keep your hopes up. I think still he's gonna find a way. And then Las Vegas. You got like what's his name? Who's the offensive coordinator? The guy who was Daly, right, or somebody? Yeah, he moved from Chip Kelly. Chip Kelly. So you get this pedigree offensive coordinator, and you got Pete Carroll, and you only won 2 games. You got Aston Genty. You got Geno Smith. I mean, he got a good defense. I mean, it's like, what's going on? So they they play a tough division. Um, so this may not be their year. This may be a building year. But I kind of am going to think that the Raiders, they're going to get on a run. I think they're gonna pull a string of 4 game wins. Uh, just watch. It's going to start to click for them. So I'm optimistic in that way. All right. Well, that's my mid-year review. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks a lot. Take care. We'll talk soon. Bye.